The Puzzle of Love. Once upon a time in a small village, nestled between rolling hills and flowing rivers, lived a young woman named Eliza. She was known for her kind heart, quick wit, and a love for solving puzzles. Eliza worked as a librarian in the village, a quiet place filled with dusty old books and ancient manuscripts. She loved puzzles, not just the ones with pieces but the mysteries of life itself. However, one puzzle had eluded her for years: love. Eliza had always been surrounded by friends, but she had never experienced the kind of love she had read about in her books. Her heart longed for something deeper, something real. One rainy evening, as she was sorting through some old books in the library, a small, dusty box fell from one of the shelves. Intrigued, she opened it. Inside, there was a note, a key, and a small wooden puzzle. The note read, "To unlock the heart, first unlock the mind. To find the truth, seek the pieces within." Eliza stared at the puzzle, which was unlike any she had seen before. It was a wooden heart with pieces that seemed to fit together like a jigsaw puzzle. But there was something strange about it. Some pieces wouldn't fit unless the right ones were in place. She spent days trying to solve it, but the puzzle remained unsolved. Frustrated, Eliza decided to take the puzzle to her grandmother, who was known for her wisdom and insight into life's mysteries. Her grandmother, a woman with silver hair and a warm smile, listened to Eliza's story and examined the puzzle carefully. "Love, my dear, is much like this puzzle," she said. "You cannot force the pieces into place. The heart needs to find its own rhythm. Sometimes, the pieces you think should fit perfectly aren't meant to, and sometimes, the right piece comes when you least expect it." Eliza didn't understand at first, but she decided to trust her grandmother's advice. She returned to the puzzle and began approaching it with a different mindset. Instead of focusing on the pieces that didn't fit, she started to gently work with those that did. Slowly, the heart-shaped puzzle began to take shape. Weeks passed, and Eliza's life continued as usual. But she started noticing small changes in herself. She was more patient, more understanding, and more open to the people around her. She no longer chased after the idea of perfect love, but instead embraced the beauty of the small, imperfect moments that made life meaningful. One crisp autumn morning, while she was out for a walk in the village, Eliza bumped into a young man named Samuel. He was a traveler who had recently moved to the village, and there was something about his eyes that made Eliza's heart skip a beat. They began talking, and as the conversation flowed, Eliza realized that the pieces she had been seeking were not in a puzzle or a specific moment, they were in the connection between two people. As weeks passed, Samuel and Eliza grew closer, and one evening, as they sat together by the fireplace, Samuel reached into his pocket and pulled out a small wooden puzzle. He handed it to Eliza with a smile. It was the same puzzle she had been working on. "Maybe we can solve it together," he said. Eliza smiled, feeling the warmth of love settle into her heart. She had finally solved the puzzle of love, not with a key or a map, but with the simple, imperfect pieces of two hearts coming together. And that, she realized, was the most beautiful puzzle of all.